Hey everyone, my name is Lieutenant Flack. Welcome to the Ann Arbor Fire Department. Today we're going to do a tour of Station 1. Station 1 is a working firehouse, so you'll see people and firefighters walking around. We have 5 fire stations in the city. This is our biggest fire station. The most people that are on duty today are at this fire station. We work 24 hours at a time. So when we come in the morning, it starts at 7 a.m. And then tomorrow, 24 hours on the clock, we'll go home at 7 a.m. There's 3 shifts. We work every 3rd day, so shift 1, shift 2, shift 3. It's just every 3 days when that shift works. We eat together, we cook together. It's a working firehouse, so you'll get to see all of that. It's exciting. This is a great place to be. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Moment and talk about fire safety. It's really important to go over a few things. Number one, the number that you call if you have an emergency, somebody hurts themselves, there's a fire that you have, is 911. When you call that number, tell them who you are and maybe where you're at, and they'll send help right away. The next thing is we don't want to play with matches or lighters. Those cause fires. As we know, when you strike a match, there's fire. That fire, if something happens, it can grow and it will start a fire at your house. You don't want that. If you find those things, please let your guardian or your parents or whoever you're with, let them know so they can take care of them properly. If something happens and you do catch on fire, the one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to run. Our natural reaction is to run, but we want to stop, cover our faces, we want to drop onto the ground, and we want to roll. You just roll, and that'll put that fire out really quickly so you won't get burned. You're in a fire, and you're inside your house or whatever, wherever you live, we want you to get out as quickly as possible. We don't want you to stay in there. We don't want you to hide. Sometimes animals will hide, but we don't want people to hide. We would like you to get out as quickly as possible, and we'll get there and we'll figure out what's going on, and we'll take care of things for you. You need to know 2 ways to get out of your home or where you live. That helps you, so if a exit is blocked and there's fire, let's say it's in the back door, you can go out the front door. That's why we want you to know 2 ways out, because it's safe. If unfortunate things happen where you might be trapped or your pets are trapped, we will come in and get you. If you get out and your pets are there, please don't go back in for pets. Whether it's a turtle or a dog or a fish, we will go in and you can tell us when we arrive. We will go in and get them. We have special equipment for cats and dogs, actually oxygen equipment to help them. We're taking a look right now at the gear that we wear. The gear that we wear, we use for certain calls. Of course, for fire calls, you'll see us in this. Some things that involve life safety, so where we're going to be more protected than what we're wearing now if we go on a medical call. We have our names, kind of like on a sports jersey, because it helps us when we have all our gear on to know who's who. You can tell that you're in the city of Ann Arbor. We have Ann Arbor Fire Department. These are our boots. So what we do is we would step in them. We'd pull our bunker pants up. We have gloves. We have a mask bag and our air tank. And then these are our helmets. So here's some interesting things about our helmets. You can see the different colors. So the yellow for us, that's our captain. And it's interesting, take a look at the fronts. These are called shields. So you look at the shields, see how his is different? He was in the military, so he had a special shield made. Tells you it's the captain, tells you Ann Arbor. Here's a red shield. That's for, as you can see right here, lieutenants. Ann Arbor. And once again, Here's a firefighter shield. So that's our helmets, this is our gear, and this is what we wear when we're going to a fire. Now we're going to take a look at the fire truck. The fire truck is a toolbox on wheels. We have certain tools that we need, whether it's a fire or a medical or whatever we encounter. So we take our toolbox, the fire truck, with us everywhere we go. So our engine, as you can see, we have some lights when it's dark out. We need to see things, so we use lights. We have a chainsaw on here. The chainsaw we can use if there's a storm and we need to cut trees out of the road. If we have to go up on a roof of a home that's on fire and we have to cut a hole to let the smoke out and all the heat and the gases, we can use that. As we move a little further, we have an air pack. This is what the person that drives the fire truck, this is his special air pack that he would wear, or she. We have other tools that you can see depending on what we're doing. Some tape, caution if there's a storm and we need to keep people out because there's an electrical wire down or something of that nature. If we need things to connect to our hydrants outside, we have certain tools for that. Now we come to the pump panel. So the pump panel is when we need water. So if we go to a fire and we need to spray water through our hoses, you can see there's hoses up here, we have hoses in the back as well, but this is where we do that. So I like to explain it as when you go to wash your hands and you turn that faucet on, you turn the lever, the water comes out. Even though this looks like a lot, that's as simple as it gets. We pull a certain lever depending on where we want the water to come out of the truck, and it comes out, just like when you wash your hands at the sink. It's really that simple. It takes a little bit to get used to, but once you do, it's really easy. As you can see right here, this is an engine, like I had said earlier. This tells you in Washtenaw County, we're designated #1. So this is the fire department designation. This is the engine company #2. This is the inside of the back of the fire truck. The firefighters would ride here. We, in the city of Ann Arbor, maximum ride 4 people on a truck. We don't ride any more than that. So you can see you have a seat on the left side, a seat on the right side. The air pack is integrated right into the seat. So if we're going to a fire and we have to put our air pack on, and the air pack is just air that we're breathing now, it's just in a tank for us. We're in the mechanics bay now. Within the mechanics bay, we fix things. Just like if you take your car to get fixed, well, that's the same thing that the mechanic does. They work on the fire trucks. They change some equipment out. Not only are they expected to take care of the fire equipment throughout the city, they also take care of buildings and stations. There's a lot of work within the mechanics division. We are in the captain's office. What we do in here is when we go out on a call, we have to write a report. Anytime we go somewhere on a medical, on a fire, anytime the apparatus leaves the building for a call through our dispatch, we have to write a report on it. Sometimes that can be long if it's a structure fire call, or it's short if we just help maybe put a Band-Aid on. But there always has to be a report. So this is where we do that. The other thing the captain does in here is they contact all the outlying substations that we have on what the training is for the day, or if there's any special events that we have going on, such as we might go to a school and visit. We might do a birthday party drive-by, and they coordinate that to let everybody know what's going on. That's what they handle in here. So other than reports and they kind of handle what's going on for the day, that's what we do here. So we are in our training room now. There are 2 people assigned to the training division. They handle all of the training or education that we need in regards to firefighting or emergency medical service. There are hundreds of hours of training that we do in those various subjects, amongst others, throughout the year. We're in the battalion chief's office right now. The battalion chief is in charge of all firefighter personnel throughout the city at all stations. If we have a structure fire, if we have a a car crash, something on the highway, something that would include multiple fire units, he would come out to that. He is in command of that. He also handles anything administratively that needs to happen throughout the city at any of the fire stations. This is Battalion Chief Edmund right here. He served the city for 28.5 years. Anything administratively, anything operations-wise, he's in charge of that. We're now in the dorm area of Station 1. Because we're here 24 hours, we have to stay here. So we're provided beds, and each individual bed is in a cubicle here. Each shift picks the bed that they're going to stay in for the year. We are in the exercise and equipment area. We have a lot of really nice equipment here at Station 1. We're very fortunate and very blessed to what we have and what we can use. So we're really thankful that the whole city and our administration really encourages that. So we're in the kitchen of Station 1, the kitchen and cafeteria area. Each shift decides what they're going to make for the day. They'll go to the store. Many times when you see our fire trucks at the store, that's each individual station deciding what they were going to make. They're at the store shopping for the day. When we're at the station, generally lunchtime is around pretty much everybody else's lunchtime. However, that is only dependent on if we're on calls. If we're on calls, obviously we're not eating lunch at noon. If we're cooking and a call comes in, if there's more people here, then they will take over the cooking. If it's the entire station needs to go, we shut everything off. Doesn't matter what time it is. If it's in the middle of the cooking process, everything gets shut off. We go on the call, then we come back and we try to salvage what we've cooked partially, so on and so forth. So there are some challenges to that, but it's a lot of fun. So we are currently in the administrative offices for the fire department. The administration handles everything to do with the fire department, the total operations of the entire fire department, all divisions. Anything that the fire department does is handled by the administration. Fire chief, 2 assistant chiefs, our administrative assistant, they run everything that's going on. So as we come to the close of our tour, thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for allowing me to be your tour guide. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I truly do. I enjoy when folks come along and come and visit at the fire station when they can and to give the tours. So thanks for that. If you get an opportunity to see us in person, whether it's Station 1 or the other 4 stations in the city, please stop by. We enjoy giving tours to those that want to see what our stations are like. We like what we do, so we like to share that with others. This has been a blessing of a job. I truly enjoy serving the people of Ann Arbor and the people that come and visit and are a part of this city. Thanks again.
Battalion 2 to dispatch. Fire's under control, everyone's out safe.